Mansfield, Western area, Fine Town.
Alright. Goodbye love. Alex Alvarez, Soulful House. Back with Adam.
Yeah, good music first though, eh?
Lacquer, man. Of course, man. We're in the bowl, house. That's where House was born, man.
Okay.
Not really. House was born more in Detroit, but
where it was born in SA, right?
Where it was born in South Africa, yeah.
Okay.
Massive shout out to Linda Vol and all the guys listening in tonight as well, via streaming on www.thethafmradio.com as well. And 100.6 FM. A massive shout out to all the guys out in Lakeside proper.
Yeah.
Doozy?
Man.
What's happening?
Shout out to Sia.
Shout
it was
out
like,
to Sia.
Joe, say shout out to Sia on radio. I was like, okay, cool, man.
Linda Vesval, massive shout out to you. Alright, Alan, back to you. So we obviously went through with the new Hyundai. You've got a fantastic week out in Cape Town at the Arabella Sheraton. And now you've got the Jinbei
H2.
The H2. This is the one that I said might overtake the Quantum Toyota. So all the taxi driver guys out there listening out, listen closely.
They need to listen very, very, very closely because the Jinbei H2 is actually based on Toyota technology built in China under license from Toyota Japan.
Okay.
So it's pretty much a Toyota clone.
It looks identical to Toyota.
Looks absolutely identical. It's a 16-seater.
Okay.
Now, believe it or not, I've been playing taxi driver for nearly a week now.
I heard.
In between all my others, but great. I tell you, fun, eh? Really fun. But the only thing I haven't done is put 16 people in it yet.
We'll make an arrangement. Don't worry. We're in Orange Farm. I'm sure we can get 16 people out. I'm sure we can get 16 people out at the studio.
The question is, would you rather have come through in that tonight?
No.
We could have made money with it.
Listen, Alan, I take a lot of public transport. I believe in using public transport. That's the only way we can get this country right. But obviously we drove in the
The CX-5.
Sorry, CX-5. Yes,
yeah, that's the CX-5.
But that's next week's problem.
Let's talk the Jinbei.
Jinbei, the quantum twin. Here we go.
Now, what I must tell you is, and I'm going to pat myself on the back for a moment here. I am the first person in South Africa, the first journo in South Africa to get a Jinbei H2 on test.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's the first one in South Africa.
Awesome. Okay.
And been running around with it. So a Motor Matters exclusive. I love the sound of that.
All right.
Okay, so let's just run through some of the specs on this thing.
Give me the specs. Let's go.
Remembering what some taxis on our roads look like and are like, okay?
Yeah, while the
Yeah.
cans, okay, yeah, go for it.
Well, if they're still cans, but cans mean metal.
Yeah, okay.
These things have got so much polyfiller and body filler and whatever filler you want to call it in them that anyhow, that's why they go so fast, you know that? Because they've got no body weight to carry.
Yeah, I know that. They all dropped off years ago. Alright, so hit me with the Jinbei.
Okay,
what are the specs?
right, it's got ABS braking.
Fantastic.
With EBD.
Brilliant.
Okay? So safety's taken into
Electronic
account.
braking stability.
That's it, yeah. Brake assist. It's got central locking even. Radio with a USB port, interesting. Power steering, air conditioning up front, so the driver's cool anyway.
Okay.
And hopefully keeps cool. Got rear park distance control. And an interesting feature it's got.
That's very
The parking beepers. Now that is very necessary because this thing is 5.5 meters long.
Okay.
Out when you're trying to put in a parking bay.
One of the longest vehicles around, yeah.
Yeah, so when you got the rear parking beepers, you put it into reverse gear.
Okay.
And it mutes the radio so that you can hear the parking beepers.
Brilliant.
Very, very clever.
I'll see how long that lasts.
Silly little thing, and I actually wondered what it was for the first couple of times, then worked it out for myself.
That you can hear the beeping.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's got that, which is nice. Another feature it's got is the gear lever.
Okay.
5-speed manual, obviously, is very high up on the dashboard.
Okay.
Which again, I thought, but it actually forms to hand very, very nicely because remember you're sitting bus style. So you're kind of driving, you're a typical bus style.
Yeah.
And it falls very nicely to hand.
Okay.
Very comfortable, very light. Not a heavy vehicle to drive at all. I was expecting it to be a very plunk heavy thing,
Yeah, but super light.
Saw left leg from the clutch pedal a few times and things like that. Didn't get me like that at all.
Okay, fantastic.
So I'm very impressed by that fact as well. It's a 2.4 litre 4-cylinder engine, again a Toyota engine.
So that again, what engine is it?
2.4.
2.4?
4-cylinder.
4-cylinder? Petrol.
Yeah, interesting. I actually thought it would be diesel.
I also thought it would be diesel, especially 2.4 litre. Yeah, okay.
But it's a petrol.
All right.
102 kilowatts, 217 newton meters of torque. So that's not bad at all.
Fantastic.
I mentioned a lot of the safety factors it's got. So it's got headrests all around and seat belts all around.
Fantastic.
Okay, so
which
that's
will
again,
never get used.
Well, it's got it, okay? I can't make people use it. I can only tell you what it's got.
Okay.
All right, so that's majorly important in my life and in my book.
Obviously, yeah.
It's got something else that's very interesting. A bit frustrating for me testing it.
Okay.
But there's a new law that was passed recently.
Oh, yes.
The 100k speed limit on taxis. Do you know about it?
You told me last week.
Oh, okay. You've got a good memory, though.
Of course I do.
Okay. But the 100k speed limit. So this thing has actually got a limiter.
So it's being governed to 100 kilometers an hour.
Yeah, absolutely. And let me tell you, you don't think it's governed, and you accelerating. I mean, I've taken on the freeway quite a few times, and there you go, and suddenly, boy, boom, and it just
Cuts the throttle.
cuts the throttle, and it sits at 100 k's an hour. Although there is a little bit of one question mark. When I was following the wife home the other evening, she says I was keeping up with her, and she was doing 120. So maybe the governor's not,
So it's not completely true speed then.
calibration may not be 100%, but listen, this is the first vehicle in the country.
Okay.
So let's not worry about that right now.
Right.
There's one other major complaint I have with the vehicle.
What's that?
Massive complaint.
What is that?
If you're going to sell a vehicle to be used as a taxi in South Africa, it's got to have a decent hooter that makes one hell of a noise.
As good a beeper.
This is a little poop thing. So they're going to have to do something.
Listen, Alan, I'm sure give it a couple of weeks in South Africa, and it's going to have two 12-inch subs in the back. That governor's going to be ripped out somehow.
Well, rumour has it, and I spoke to Jinbei South Africa about this.
Okay.
Apparently, the hooter out of the old Cressida is the one they use.
Out the old?
Old Toyota Cressida.
Okay, Cressida, yeah.
Apparently, that's the one they all use. Apparently, that one makes it a racket, second to none.
Jeez.
But now, two other things I've got before we finish.
It looks, I'm looking at the spec sheet with you right now, and it looks exactly like a Quantum.
Yeah, but you know what the difference is?
Yeah.
Do you know what the difference is?
What is the difference? The price.
Absolutely.
Of course. Motor matters, money matters.
Yep. You know the old saying, but that's not all.
That's not all. Alright, yep.
You get lifetime with this vehicle when you buy service kits included in the price.
Lifetime service kits. So all you taxi owners and taxi drivers out there, if you are looking to buy your first taxi, I think the Jinbei might be the way to go. The H2.
Yeah, the Jinbei H2. There is a H1 as well.
Lifetime service kits.
Yeah, so it comes with a vehicle and a service kit. By lifetime, there must be a limit to it, but they haven't told me what that is. But definitely for the first 100,000 at least, all your services, the kits are provided. You just take them in and have them done. Okay.
Okay, fantastic.
So that's amazing.
Brilliant.
And it's gonna
Obviously
say,
excluding brakes though.
yeah, but I was going to say that do those guys worry about brakes? No, new ones with ABS and EBD.
Fantastic.
Can you believe this price?
How much?
$345.
$345.
$345 all in.
All inclusive.
It's
Plus lifetime services.
That's it, yeah. So the
Fantastic.
value is unbelievable. It really is.
So the manufacturer is Jinbei.
Jinbei, yeah, Chinese manufacturer, as I said, under license to Toyota.
Under license Toyota.
Yeah. So that's the way they're doing it.
Okay.
They're available now. You can place orders. If you want to know how to place orders, just contact me. I think that may be the easiest.
Motor Matters.
That's
Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter.
as well.
What do you? Motor Matters and Twitter as well.
Yeah, of course. And email LNR@motormatters.net. You don't forget the .net. So, I mean, that's how you're going to find out about it. That's what you're going to do. We couldn't shoot our video on the Jinbei this week because, you know, our video crew.
Yes.
Poor guys came through on Tuesday. The weather was
But
so
it was
bad.
raining like crazy.
Yeah, we couldn't do the video.
Not a problem.
So Jinbei very kindly have actually left the vehicle with me for a bit longer.
Fantastic.
And let's hope Monday's good for a video.
So for the taxi drivers out there, you would definitely recommend this one?
I
would. Honestly, if I was a taxi owner or the Taxi Association of South Africa, I'd definitely have a look at the Jinbei. It's JINBEI, and it's the H2 model.
345
all inclusive, plus lifetime services.
Yeah, service kits.
Service kits, sorry.
Yeah. And the last thing is there are very special finance deals available to taxi operators.
Of course, yes.
Yeah. Again, just contact me.
Motor Matters with Alan. Back with Alan after the next break. So that was the Jinbei H2. The next Quantum, I would say, or the next, what would you call it?
Well, I think maybe the successor to the
Successor to Quantum. We'll have to see, obviously.
Yeah.
Would you say is it quite as solidly built as the Quantum, or not as much?
Look, it feels very solid. One thing that surprised me very pleasantly is how smooth it is on the road.
Okay.
Really, I'm
Obviously
talking
that's important.
highway cruising.
Yep.
Definitely, I mean, sit at 100 k's, which you have
Well,
to.
it's current.
Yeah, and it really was it's a comfortable ride.
Okay, fantastic.
I've used it for my commute to work a few times.
All right. Back with Alan after the next track, Blue Six featuring Monique Bingham, Pure.